Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our last bite size of this term, school term. Should we say that term? Yes. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Monday live stream that we are doing live from Hertfordshire. How is everybody? Let me know. We are recording this live, so get your comments and questions in. This is our Monday show that we record as a live stream and it goes out as a podcast. I hope you are, if you're out on a run, going along very well, very steady. It's not too hot like it's not. I've actually got an aircon unit here. So if you're hearing a slightly sort of humming noise in the background, that's my air conditioning unit. When I say air conditioning unit, it's a moody piece of kit I bought off of Amazon that could pack up at any minute. I'm expecting nobody to be tuning in tonight because everybody's going to be either watching the Olympics or going on holiday. But if anybody does tune in, make sure you get your comments and questions in because we'll be going through those over the next 30 minutes. Now, I thought tonight, because this is our sort of last live stream before we break up for holiday, to sort of do, I don't know, a bit of a look back. So if you are tuning in live, I've got a question for you, which is there sort of, how would you rate these live streams? What would you want to see done better on the reviews or the live streams? Is there anything we could be doing better? Is there anything we could do more of? Is there anything you'd like to see on the channel? Is there like to see anything on the live streams? It's an open question. If you are listening to this as a podcast, then, email in hello@fordyruns.com and I'd be super interested to know. So I'll refresh that question in a bit. But so again, have a think, what would you think we've done well? What do you think we've done badly? What would you think we should do better? What would you think we should do more of? Shoe reviews, videos, live streams, whatever it is. Just let us know, and I'll go a bit over that as well. We'll have a quick look back over the channel, and we'll go through that. This week on the channel, I've got another video on the Super Blast 2 coming. I did 21 miles in them at the weekend, so got a bit of a review on them because I feel with that shoe, it warrants a specific video on doing a long run. I don't think you get a good handle on that shoe unless, I don't think you do get a good handle on it in terms of a definitive answer. That's where I'm going, unless you've done that sort of long run in the shoe. So I think that's a good video that's going to come out. So I'm quite proud of that. The fact that we were able to do those sort of mileage in the shoes in terms of, big long runs and speedier sessions and things like that to put the shoes through the paces and what they're designed for and be able to review on that. I think that's very important. There's no point doing 10K and saying, oh, this is the best marathon shoe ever. So we got that. We've got a New Balance Propel version 5 coming as well. I'll leave that one to you to decide on that one. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. So that's coming out this week. And we've also got a video that the ending will offend some people. I'm just putting it out there now. The ending will offend some people. So I'll just leave that with you. And I think that's about it. So again, if you're joining us joining us live now, we're doing a bit of a, this is the last sort of pod before we break for summer holidays. So there's no live streams. There's no coming up in the next few weeks on a Friday or Monday. We've got pre-recorded stuff coming out on the Friday. I've just literally recorded a really, really good podcast that's going to come out on Friday because we've got a big announcement coming on August the 1st in terms of a partnership, which is super awesome. And then I've done a podcast related around that, and that will come out on Friday. And I really want you to listen to it because the story is incredible. Okay, that comes out on Friday. So the next few weeks we've got some stories going. But yeah, again, if you're joining us, I just want to know what you've liked, what you don't like on the channel. Be open, honest. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I know some lady took offence to my behaviour on Friday to a gentleman who was calling me out for bottling a bike ride. I took offence to that. I should have probably dealt with it better personally. So I hold my hands up for that one. But yeah, so anybody who knows me currently at the moment, I am at tipping point, let's say, in terms of exhaustion. So I'm waiting ready for my holiday. But yeah, so again, don't hold back. What do you like? What do you not like? And what do you want to see more of? Want to see less of? And that sort of thing. It's good to do. And as I said, I will have a quick look over some of the videos and see what we like. Also, listen to this. I went to an old-fashioned sweet shop in Southend at the weekend, and I've got myself 2 cans of drink. And one of them is this. I'm holding it up. Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. Has anybody ever had that? I'm just gonna partake if you don't mind, because it is 20,000 degrees in here. Oh, that's sweet. God, Jesus Christ, that's sweet. Woohoo! I tell you what, it's got so much sugar in it. I'm now ready to go and do the running channels live stream. Oh no, they don't do one, but we could do the podcast. I should go on the running channels podcast. What do we think? I'm going to drink that and then do it. Imagine all the stuff I'd say. Be awesome, wouldn't it? Again, so last shout, right? If you are coming in now, get all your questions and comments in, and I will rock through them, and we can go from there. Okay. So DT was first question tonight. So well done, DT. Good shout there, getting in early doors. It was 20:00:25 seconds. Hero move. Hi, Fordy. I'm a mild stability. Let's put the question up, shall I? Okay, so hi, Fordy. I'm a mild stability shoe wearer and currently running the Saucony Guide 17. So that's a stability shoe if you didn't know. And I've just bought the Puma Forever Run and have the Rebel 4. Only problem with drinking all them bubbles. What should I wear for a half marathon in September? I'd probably go with the Puma, because it's that sort of middle ground between those three shoes. So you've got the guidance in the Guide. You've got the sort of up-tempo-ness in the Rebel, but that probably shouldn't be worn for a half for you, because I think you'll do some damage. I would wear the Forever Run out of those three shoes, and it's a great shoe. They've got some new colorways. If you head over to Start Fitness, use the code 40 Runs. You're welcome. There's some new colorways on there, so check that out. I'm going to say good evening to everybody. And again, last shout, get your questions and comments in. What can we do better on this YouTube channel? How can we get to 1 million subscribers? And how can I get 100,000 followers on Instagram so I can go to the Puma HQ? That's the important stuff that we're talking about tonight. Okay, right. It's the Dr. Pepper. Imagine if I did go on the Running Channels podcast. How awesome would that be? I'd absolutely to tell the truth about everybody. Evening, Lee. Thank you very much. Dawn, good evening, good evening, good evening. Here we go. Ian. Evening, Chris. Got my fastest half marathon in 6 years on Saturday. I know you did. Thanks. The training starts away. If you didn't know, Ian's on our performance coaching, which is a coaching app. It's not like your Cooper, which is great. It's awesome. It's a coaching, so you have me and stuff like that in terms of getting involved in that, and it's tailored and things like that. So that's good news that Ian's starting to feel and reap the benefits of that coaching. Okay, not giving us homework for the holidays, I hope. That's a good question, actually, Steve. What I'll tell you what. Okay, so we will be back the Monday after the 18th or something like that. Whatever that is, I think it might even be like the 19th or something like that. So I'm back live that week. So between now and then, I want you to come up with a list of 3 shoes that I've not reviewed that you think I should review. Oh, that is tough. Okay. Again, 3 shoes that I have not reviewed that I should review when I come back in August, the week of the 19th, whatever it is. So I want you to have those 3 shoes ready. Somebody can, because I will forget it with my ADHD brain. So just somebody needs to remind me that I have set you homework. Okay. And I want you to come back with those 3 shoes. And then we will pick the sort of best ones. And then I'll go and get them. Or, well, I'll speak to Start Fitness. Okay. Oh, Gary, this is a good question. Look at these. Gary, what do you think about these for holiday? I'm holding up a pair of Skechers. Look at them. Are they bright enough for you? One pair of Skechers we've got for holidays. Skechers sorted me out with a kit drop for holiday because they love me and I love them. Bright, aren't they? See me running up and down the beach in Mallorca. And if you didn't know, I'm off from August the 1st. I don't go away August the 1st, but I'm shutting down in August the 1st. I'm just going to try and have some time off, much needed time off for a couple of weeks. Okay. Debbie, happy holidays. Are you signed up for the big half? I am signed up for the big half, but really hoping to be there. Fingers crossed. You'll be fine, Debs. Yes, I am going to be there. And I shall be. No, you're meant to, guys, you're meant to give the answers. I've already seen, by the way, and I love you all. You're meant to give the answers when I come back. So don't give me the answers. That your homework is meant to be done when you're not like all the naughty kids. You're doing it now, and then like go and do nothing for the summer. I'll FORDY's back. There you go. You're meant to do it when I'm away. But yes, I am going to be at the big half. I've got really busy September, October. I've got big half, Great North Run, something else, Berlin Marathon, Manchester half, Yorkshire Marathon, and some other bits and bobs thrown in there for fun. So why not have some of that? Basically, Nick's not going to see me in September, October, which I think she's probably quite pleased about. Okay. Matt's question. Matt's question. Here we go. When you've got lots of shoes in for testing, how do you plan what runs you use them for in comparative to your training block? At what point do you prioritize yourself over content and wear what you want? Honestly, Matt, you're like the best question. I don't want to be horrible to anybody else. That's just like the best questions ever. So, again, if you're coming late, get your questions in, get your comments in, shoes related, whatever, or what you want to see more of on the channel, less of, what you want to see in live streams, what you hate about me. Get it all in there. This is your chance to go completely nuts. So when we get shoes in for testing, I look at them in a couple of different ways, Matt. Firstly, is this shoe going to get me lots of views? This is completely transparent as always. If the answer is yes, I would immediately prioritize that shoe. Okay. And I will get, like I've always said, I'll try and get a minimum of 3 runs in it. If it is a shoe that is really hot, like you've seen on the channel, I'll go and do 1 run in them, but I'll make it absolutely clear that it's a 1 run job. Okay. But if it's literally just a shoe that I know will get views, like for example, the Endorphin Elite 2. Yeah, I was like one of the only, I hate this word, YouTuber, but let's say it is. That got that shoe, right? So I asked you guys, but I knew what the answer was going to be. So I went out and did that mileage in the shoe, okay? The rest of the shoes, I try and fit in to my week of running. And I will use them accordingly as what I see fit for them. Although sometimes I do try and find the sort of limits on some of the shoes. So like the Adidas that we had, I had that. And even though I had like, I can't remember which session it was, exactly what day. I mean, it was like, I think it was like half a mile warm up, but 3 miles at goal pace. And I wanted to see what the shoe was going to be like at goal pace. Although it is an easy recovery sort of shoe. So most of the other work was sort of recovery runs or easy miles, sorry, in it. So, but I still threw that in and just sort of, hung on in there. Do you know what I mean? And with the other stuff, because I just wanted to see in terms of variation what he can and can't do. I'm really lucky as a reviewer, let's call it, because my weekly mileage is quite consistent. So I know what sessions I've got to do. So again, if you're new around here, like last week was 47. No, last week was 45. Week before was 47 miles. This week is going to be 50, 51 miles. So I'm pretty consistent in terms of mileage. So I know what sessions I've got. So I can slot the shoes in and I can get enough miles in the shoes. If I wanted to, I could put 2 shoes through in a week because I feel like 20 miles is a good number. And I could do that and I could get there and then I could put something together. Does that make any sense? So I think in terms of prioritizing myself over content, like I ran the Super Blast 2 on Sunday for the 21 mile because firstly, I knew I had to do 21 miles, which is a bloody long way. And I needed a shoe that I was confident in and I could get that mileage done with pace because my 21 mile run on Saturday had elements of goal pacing, right? So how many laps did we do? Yeah, so 9 miles of that was at goal pace effectively. It was a little bit staggered, but it was a goal pace. So I needed a shoe that I was confident that I could put some pace in. And the last sort of goal paced effort was a bit more sort of a push lap. So I needed a shoe, but also at the same time, I knew that I wanted to make a video about the Super Blast 2 for the reasons I explained at the front end that I think, to review that shoe and get a comprehensive view on it, you need to go out and do a 18, 20 mile long run in it because that's what the shoe's good at. And I know other channels have done, millions of views on it, but I feel like, in terms of if you're recommending a shoe as a marathon training shoe, you need to go out and do marathon training in it, which is like 18, 20 mile long runs in it. So that's why another reason why I'm doing it. So I kind of prioritize myself to a degree, but I was also been able to get content out of it. Did that answer the question, Matt? So firstly, is this shoe going to get me views? If it does, bosh, off we go. And you'll see, for example, I did a video the other week where it was like 3 shoes that I wasn't really hit or miss on. Nothing bad about the shoes. So I just put a video out. Yeah, all right. You could say I still did a video about them, which was intentional, but I didn't have to waste a lot of time on that. But I knew they wouldn't get me a lot of views. If I did a Brooks Ghost 16 video, Brooks Ghost videos tend to get one of the lowest view rates. That's why really I've shied away from, apart from being injured, but I shied away from trail shoe reviews, even though we've got trail shoes in the garage, because they don't get any views. And so what's the point of me making content if it's not connecting with an audience? I might as well make a video about this can of Dr. Pepper. It's about as useful, right? So that's why we try and stay away from that. So again, if it's view driven, I'll go for it. Otherwise, it tends to filter into the training, because my training is so consistent. I'm really lucky, touch wood, since I come back from injury again, that I'm able to get that consistency back and be able to slot stuff in as we go. There are obviously shoes that are under embargo that I'm trying to get miles in as well. That's probably the biggest curveball for me, is if I've got a shoe that's under embargo, or I'm under pressure because the brand has said, or through the agency, oh, this shoe releases on August the 1st. And you're in a little bit more of a, right, I need to get some miles in this shoe. I need to get that minimum of 3 runs in there so I can do that sort of first impressions. And again, that's fine for me. So for tomorrow, for example, I'm going to do 12 miles in total. I'm going to do 3 miles at lunchtime, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to do 9 miles in the evening. So straight away, I've got 2 runs in the shoe, and there'll be different paces. One will be a higher effort, you know what I mean? So I've got 2 different runs in the shoe already. So again, if I've got a shoe that's under embargo, I can quickly get miles into it if I need to be able to put something together. But again, that will have first impressions or first run on it, so you guys know exactly where I'm at. And again, you can all follow me on Strava and see the mileage that I'm doing and all that sort of stuff. You just can't see where exactly I'm running, because that's quite scary when people say, oh, did I answer the question? Not sure. Shall I have some more Dr. Pepper? Ready for a sugar hit? And we'll take on somebody else. Oh my God, I just can't get over our sweet days. I'm going to have more of it. This is like a drug. This is awesome. Oh, dopamine. Give me more. Okay. Again, last shout, everybody. If you're joining us late, get your comments, questions in. If you want, tell me what you like about the channel, what you don't like about the channel. We'll go from there. Evening, everybody. Just got in from a 7 hot and sticky run. Wore the Super Last 2 for the first. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I mean, it's just phenomenal. It really is a phenomenal shoe. It's almost perfect. The only thing that lets the Super Blast 2 down is its availability. That's the only thing I could think of. It's availability. And the colorway's a bit moody, but there's new ones coming in September, allegedly. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm all right to say that. I'm hoping that I've got a pair of Meta Speed Paris Sky coming for Sunday. I got told last week that they're coming. So if you're new to the channel, I've tried the Edge, but I've not tried the Sky. I was told that I've got a Sky being sent out to me. I'm really hoping they come for this weekend. So let's see. I know that stuff does take a little while, but I'm really hoping it does. If it doesn't, I'll probably wear the Edge. Gary's looking for a new challenge video. Yeah, a bit tougher to do this year. We're just so busy, to be honest with you. We do need to do a challenge video. I agree. Might have to be a winter challenge video. Could think of something around that. But good, I like it. I really, really like doing the challenge videos. They're the best videos to do. Evening Fordy. Oh, it's Mr. Page. Zoe's happy with the content. Doesn't feel everything needs change. As you know, mate, this is very high praise in TJ. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Just make sure you stay upright, Pagey. Connor, of all the majors, which are the easiest to enter? I think, let's put Boston to one side. I think they're all relatively similar because you can get charity places. Now, you might disagree with that, but if you've got, I don't know, $3.5 grand, you can go and get a London Marathon place. New York, you can get a charity place, I believe. Tokyo, I think you can get charity, but that side, I think I know people who, or you can do sports tours. That's the other thing. Sorry, you can go and get sports tours. So if you've got the money, that's the other way. You can go and do sports tours over here. You can get in that way. So if you've got money to burn, I would say they're all pretty easy to enter, other than Boston. Although you can still get in with that, but you've got to be like majorly in the donga. Okay. Dawn wore her. She smashed her 90 miles. She's wore her Super Plus 2. Felt really good. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Mike, what can you do better or different? Well, for me, I have to say nothing. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And again, this is not for people to blow smoke up my arse. All right. I'm very happy to take constructive criticism here. All right. Because I want to improve. We need to get to 1 million subscribers. I need to get to 100,000 followers so I can be sent to the Puma HQ or Adidas HQ. Okay. So this is on you. All right. You've all got to get me there. But no, Mike, honestly, I really appreciate it. Marco, mate. Hi, mate. I'm after a new show. Currently have the Dr. Pepper. Currently have the Boston 12 for easy and long runs, and Meta Speed Edge Paris for my races. What would you suggest I get? A workout shoe or an easy run shoe? Funnily enough, I looked at somebody today as they were running in their Boston 12s, and I was like, I'm going to get mine out. I might even get a new colorway. Actually, I might get them in Boston, Berlin when I'm there. I might fancy that because last year they had a really nice colorway. Anyway, so I totally digress. I would go for something like I would go for something a little bit easier, something a little bit sort of. Gosh, a good example. Ghost Max 2, Triumph 22, Nimbus 26, Adidas at Ultra Boost 5X, something like that. I'd have something a little bit easier on my legs, maybe. Boston 12's great shoe, but Nova Blast 4, maybe. No, it's probably a little bit. Probably want a little bit more. So something a little bit more easy going. Maybe the More V5. We do have a New Balance delivery. So I would say something along them lines. What do you think? Let me know. But I'd go probably easy. I mean, a workout shoe would be good, but you could probably wear your Edge kind of, and you could kind of use the Boston's kind of as well. So I'd go something easy though. Dawn says this content is spot on. Thank you very much. DW. Okay, here we go. Tempted by the Takumi Sen 9. Anyone use these? Takumi Sen 9. Takumi Sen's a great shoe. Great shoe, workout shoe, 510K. Absolutely good for those sort of stuff. And you can pick them up cheap as well, which is great news. What did the offend lady say? No, so there was a guy called Mike on the live stream on Friday who made a off the cuff remark about me bottling the Ride 100. And we went over it on, I think we went over it on a podcast that we did. And again, if you're new around here, I don't think any of you guys are. But so I have ADHD, I have anxiety and panic disorder, right? It's like a trifecta, and I don't particularly care much for crowds and anything new or anything. Anybody who lives with that sort of stuff will totally understand. And I'm not very comfortable on a bike. I fell off and things like that. So it just got the better of me, and I decided I didn't want to do it because I just couldn't see the point of putting myself through that, because it's quite a stressful environment if you're struggling with those sort of things. To put yourself in that sort of zone, out of your comfort zone, it's a physically and mentally exhausting experience. And I think if something like a biking event like that, where it is risky, I don't think it's the right environment to do that. Anyway, he called me out on it, and I dealt with it probably, I would say, incorrectly. And the woman then went onto the Facebook group and said that I've lost my sense of humor and all this sort of stuff. Probably like went in on it. And again, I'm happy to hold my hands up. I didn't probably deal with that the right way, but again, I'm sitting here exhausted at the moment. If you did, I work 70 hours a week, right? So I'm exhausted. I'm trying to do YouTube. I'm trying to do full-time work and everything else that goes on. Obviously, husband and dad. Again, these are my choices, right? But so anyway, she took offence to that and called me out on that. So that's what she took offence to, which again, she's totally entitled to. And again, I wouldn't say myself to the best light, but I'm just exhausted, people. Absolutely exhausted, which is why we're going on a summer break. and we'll come back refreshed because we've got a very busy September. I've just got to give a shout out. I've just realised Alex is in the room, Runs. If you haven't seen or listened to that recording I did with that man, please listen to it. I've been running in London with no top on today, Herm. You'll be so proud of me. I honestly don't care anymore. He's my inspiration, and I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. He's actually a hero of mine. I love the man. So I was running along down the embankment today with no shirt on. Man boobs flying all over the place. It was a thing of beauty. Path to Rain. Look after yourself, Fordy. We appreciate your content, everything you do, but make sure you look after yourself too. I appreciate that, and that's why from August the 1st, we're shutting down. So there we go. That's what we do. I fell off the wagon in Leon C. The Guinness got the better of me, and you having your doctor. Okay. Alfie, get back on the wagon. Mick, I saw the comment yesterday on Facebook, so this is what I was referring to. Personally, from me, don't change who you are. If people don't like it, tough. The way you are makes this podcast and my show. Again, I appreciate that, Mick, but I'm not here to have smoke blown up my ass. I love you. I'm after some constructive criticism tonight, people. I want to get better, and I want to deliver value to you guys. Okay, so what can we do better? What can we keep doing? What do you like? What do you don't like? I don't mind if it's constructive criticism. No, and I appreciate that, Mick. I really, really appreciate. Oh, what's this? Again, if you've got any shoe questions or whatever, Mick, you haven't said how long we're on for tonight. A bit late, just leaving that out there. SC Trainer V3, Super Blast 2, or Topo Spectre for a marathon. Just looking to finish 3.5 hours. I'd probably go Super Blast 2. Not plated, but I'd probably go Super Blast 2. It's going to give you a sweet, sweet ride. And yeah, it comfortably, I won't say comfortably, but I was holding 8-minute miles in the shoe at the weekend on 20, not 21 miles, but I was mixed. But my point is that he was able to hold the pace. That's where I'm at. Okay. Good question, huh? Kurt, do we need so many shoes from Adidas? No. It's a long story short, but the same could be said. Hoka, their range of shoes, I'm totally lost. The Skyflow, I'm telling you now, when that I can already tell you when that video comes out, it's not going to be positive because every experience I've had in that shoe so far, and I need to get more miles in them, but I can't see me changing my mind. It's awful. I just don't see the point of it. Hoka range, totally pointless. Yeah. What else has got a really expansive, confusing? On running, I don't really know any of the shoes other than, and again, by the way, I like the Cloud Monster too. Just putting that out there. I like that. But the other shoes, what are they? Don't care for them. So I think Adidas do have an extensive range. I hope that they narrow that down a bit and make it clearer because the Supernova are good shoes. Ultra Boost 5, good shoe. SL2, probably one of the best you could buy. Takumi Sen, brilliant shoe. 510K shoe. Pro 3, it's like, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I think they have too many Boston as well. So, so you just need to sort of, I don't know. You just need to think to yourself, like most normal people do. Is like, right, I need a sort of easy day shoe that I can get like easy stuff in. I need like a slightly faster. I could do also a bit of long runs in, a bit faster work in. Then I need a race day shoe. There's 3 shoes, job done. And then you can wear your race day shoe for your really hard efforts. And that sort of thing, and maybe some of those race days where you're not actually pushing it, you can use that sort of middle shoe. So you only really need 3 shoes. But do you think the brands are only going to have 3 shoes? Probably not. So I'm pissing against the wind. Okay. I enjoy how no fluff and to the point of view your reviews are. Thank you. Unfortunately, feel like the algorithm rewards slightly longer vids. Yeah, that's probably true, actually. That's a good question. So in terms of the length of video, I make the videos as long as they need to be. I will rant and rave, good or bad, for a period of time, and I will then cut them up in the edit. There's no point me putting stuff at the end of a video just to fill it so I get ad revenue. I'm not into that. Could I do a section about talking about fishing at the end of the video just to get it over so I get 8 minutes? Because if you didn't know, right, if a video is longer than 8 minutes or longer, the creator gets more ads. You can put what we call like mid-roll ads in there, right? So that's why you'll see videos that 8 minutes or longer from a lot of people. because they're getting more ads in those videos. Yeah. So that's how it works on YouTube, if you didn't know that. So that's why, you'll see reviews just slightly over 8 minutes. And really, a lot of it could be cut down to 3 or 4 minutes. But you may like long videos. So again, everybody's different. And so people are making stuff for different people, right? Me personally, I cut it up and get it down because I just don't see the point of whittling on. I still think I'll whittle on. There's a video that I edited today that's coming out in a couple of weeks. It's like a how-to video. I probably could have made it even less, but it would be like a 2-minute video. So it's like, how do you cut it up in the edit? So I appreciate long form content. I'm sitting here watching at the moment. Before I came on here, obviously I did that pod. I was watching a 48-minute fishing video on YouTube. I love long form content, but I can't watch shoe reviews for that long because I get bored. Again, I have ADHD. So you know what I mean? It's whatever works for you, I think, in terms of the consumer. But I will not, hand on heart, sit here and put stuff into videos, fill it with B-roll, put stuff on the end of a video and talk complete nonsense just so you think I'm your best mate. But basically, all I'm doing is sitting there collecting ad revenue because that's just not me. All right. And again, I've got nothing against people who do that before you start having a go at me and whatever. But that's how it works. So good luck to those people who can do it. It's not the way I work. All right. But I do feel like the algorithm is at the moment, because you've got shorts or you've got long form content. I do feel like the algorithm and the algorithm changes regularly. It does tend to prefer you because, again, you have to think about it. YouTube wants to keep you on platform, right? Because it gets ads in front of you, which pay the bills. So the longer they keep you on the platform, the better. Which is why I should be making longer videos. But that's not the way I am. So do I change and make longer form videos? Maybe. But I can't sit here and bullshit you for 8 minutes and 13 seconds with a little bit about the shoe and some other complete bollocks in there as well. I just can't do it. And that's me speaking openly. Just not the way I'm built. It's either a shit shoe or it's a really good shoe, or it's like, I don't like it for this, or you need to go and buy this. That's just the way I am. I'm not going to fill it with fluff. So that's probably another reason, and it's a good question, Charles, why we don't get as many subscribers as other channels, because the algorithm is not pushing us in front. So it's an interesting thing. I think what I'm going to do over, from August the 1st, I'm going to sit here and again take some. This is why I asked the question. It's not blow smoke us. It's to get some feedback so I can think to myself, right, what do we need to do maybe slightly differently? It's always good to be ahead of the curve. If you think, right, we was ahead of the curve with the podcast. We was ahead of the curve with a lot of stuff that we're doing that all these other people like run clubs, they're all copying and things like that because it's now become fashionable. We was there doing it before anybody. But you got to keep you got to be fresh. You got to start thinking about what's next around the corner. Because otherwise you just, you get caught on your ass. What's this? DT, I've got the new Sunstream Sunset Glow Puma White Forever Run. They look awesome. There's some banging colorways out there at the moment. So Lee Jackson's asking for a Skyward X. But again, homework for you. 3 shoes when I come back that I haven't reviewed. I'll pick 3 of them. I will go and get them. Here we go. Dare I suggest TikTok for more subscribers? Yeah, I got hammered last night from Daisy about my TikTok account. It's terrible, my TikTok account. I don't really look at TikTok running content, but might be a good way to get more subscribers. Yeah. I think the people who do well on TikTok are people who have people that make TikTok for them. Does that make any sense? So like full-time creators, full-time influencers, stuff like that. They create the best content because they have people who are doing it for them. So I think I don't know whether I've got the time and the capacity to do that. Although there's about a million things I should be doing and could be doing in terms of increasing reach and things like that. But I don't, because I don't do this full time, I don't have the time. It's definitely something to think about. So yeah, maybe we need to refresh that and think of ways. Okay. I love this. This is great. So here we go. And that's the thing. I love doing the live streams and hanging out. So that's the cool thing. Great video since finding you pre-2024 London Marathon. Watchers, all of you as much. I really appreciate that, Neil. Thank you very much. Yeah, we like Matt Nash's question. Ian, evening, Chris. Hope everyone is battling through the warm weather. Obviously, we have to be sensible in the weather. But is there an advantage by the winter months by battling through the warm train? Personally, yes, but not for autumn races, for spring races. You do a lot of your hard training, your base building in the summer, in the heat and the harder conditions. You then have a really tough block, and then you go into the winter and have a really good block that tends to have really good results in the spring, as a with a coach's hat. And that's how I love to see the progression with my runners, Ian, and you'll know. And is have a good tough summer block. Take that base that you built on, that extra speed that you've now built in, really good strong block in the winter, smash the spring. That's how I see it working. Okay, here we go. Hey, Fordy, first half in September. Do I go with the Hyperion Max 2 or the Pro 4? I guess you're talking about Saucony, unless you've got the Adidas as well. So I would say go the Saucony for race day. Hyperion Max 2, one of my favourite shoes right now. Absolutely love the thing. Like, I've got 2 pairs. I've got one here and I've got one at the office in London. And I think it's just phenomenal. But race day, I'd probably go Pro 4. Rob G. Hi, Chris. I would say the long run show and this podcast is fine, but perhaps have more everyday runners from the club on the show or the pod. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Rob. I thought about it and we tried this, but the problem is with that, because we record stuff live, sometimes the internet connections and the sound and that lot is really crap, and it doesn't come across. You don't get the value what's there. I don't disagree with you at all. I think it's something we need to do more of, but it's really hard when we get people on and their internet's a bit crappy and it's no fault of their own. This is a streaming software that really hits your internet. I plug in a hardwire cable to do this. And it can be a bit naughty. So if you don't get that right, the sound and visual and audio, that's why Gary does a great job checking for us every week. Then it could be a really off-putting pod, and you don't probably want to listen to it or watch it. And that's what we found, and it's a real shame because we do want to highlight more of these people. The only thing we was thinking of is whether we do pre-records of those. But I really like the live audience. That's what I like. I like. If you've ever come to see one of our live shows, and we've got one, by the way, in Newcastle, the Great North Run, I like doing them live. I like hearing from you. I like getting the interaction. I like getting the vibe, and I think that really, really helps. I have 2 broken toes, one being, should I stop running? Yeah, I would stop running. I'd seek medical advice, Barbara. Neil, I've got some carbon plate shoes that plan to wear for a marathon down the line. I need to break them in, but what type of runs to begin with on a marathon training plan should I wear them? I would put them into some of those sort of target pace runs, early doors. You might have some runs in there like a 6 miler with some target pace in there. Probably try them in there, or even on like a tempo run. Might be limited to like 45 minutes or something. Throw them in there. That's a good place to start in terms of, so you're getting a little bit of pace through them, but nothing crazy. And again, in terms of distance, you're not overly wearing them. So you're not like putting, like Hayden's done into his endorphin elites, like 50,000 miles. You're limiting the use, but you're getting some wear and tear out of them. What shoes? There's a lot of shoes coming in August the 1st. A lot of shoes. I'm just going to finish my Dr. Pepper. Cheers, everybody. I hope everybody has a good summer. Wow. Sugar. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a good shoe coming, but I can't tell you what it is. Yeah, but there is a shoe that we've got coming that I really like. It's yeah. No, I'm not going to say anything else. Again, embargoes and things like that, you've got to be really careful what you can and can't say. It's just no point getting told off. David, I have the Superblast 2 and currently have the original. What would be the best use for the originals for weekly mileage? I put the long run. Yeah, I put the Superblast 2 into the long runs, and I would use the old ones for if it's wet and any recovery days. That's where I'd use them. Or even actually, David, for you, maybe a bit of goal pace work in the week. Getting 6 miles, 8 miles. Thanks, Matt. Glad we answered that. I'm now just realised the time, so we're going to back through some of these. Looking for a good long run shoe for marathon training. Hard to justify 200 for Super Blast. Yeah, I make you right. Have a look at the Nova Blast 4. Have a look at the Boston 12, and have a look at the Hyperion Max 2. Yeah, I said it. I couldn't help it. Really enjoyed your training vlog update. Strange how similar yet completely different our training weeks are, but did think about swapping things up. Good. Okay, we've got a cool video coming up. I'm not sure how this is going to go. This one, I'm either going to get absolutely rinsed in the comments, or I'm going to be like a hero. And it's I've recorded everything I ate in a week of marathon training, like honest and transparent. I don't know whether people are going to love it. I'm going to get probably carried out by some nutritionists or whatever, but that's coming soon. All right. Steve, what race distances is best? None. It's so fizzy. But mind you, Simon, right, on Saturday's run, he was drinking Lucasade, the fizzy Lucasade, on his 21 mile. I don't know how he done it. Gets stomach cramps. I reckon, though, once this has gone down, I reckon I could go and do my fastest 5K. There's so much sugar in this. It's just mental. Okay. Tono, sorry, Tono. Really good format hosting a live chat, enabling you to answer numerous questions. So Spectre 2. I hope so. We got some shoes from them. I'm hopefully. I mean, actually, I might as well just ask them. It's easier, isn't it? But thank you very much for the I like that. That's great to know. Steve, easy way to get in a world major. Make YouTube videos for 7 years and get 100,000 subscribers. 100%. Yeah, if you've got 100,000 followers, some people have got less. Some people have got a lot less and do hardly any running. You can get into anything you like, but there's that's the easiest way is to become an influencer. And again, I don't count myself as one of them. And you'll get into the world majors. Okay, I've got no problem with people. Do whatever you want. Life's too bloody short to worry about it. Just crack on. If he was a regular, he would have known the background of the decision on Ride 100. Maybe you could have handled it better, but you know what? You're human. Yeah, thanks very much, David. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Go back and listen to some of the older stuff. Definitely using the Boston 12 for Great North Run. I'm really excited about the Great North Run. It's going to be huge. Got some new Rebel 4s. Do you think they have a breaking period? Thoughts for long runs? I wouldn't wear them on long runs. No, I think probably 10 miles is probably a good shout for the Rebel 4. I probably wouldn't wear it for over that, to be honest with you. I think it's just a great everyday shoe for, middle distance, up to middle distance. And I don't think they have a breaking period. They're just a great shoe out of the box. Absolutely love it. Do you suggest nose breathing for running? Yeah, it is good. Yeah, we do a lot of work on breathing in some of the coaching sessions that we do. I'm assuming the Nimbus 27 will be out in January. They tend to come out then. They do yearly iterations. Yeah, right. That's correct. And they should do a bit of an update on it. Although I did see a leak on Instagram, which is always the source of all knowledge for every shoe tuber. I hate that word. Was the shoes for next year, because they're already decided. It didn't look that different, so I'm wondering what they've done with the foams. Be interesting to know. So let's see on that one. Steve, Nova Blast 4. Really regret the Dr. Pepper, or Super Blast 2 for a slow runner who thought Super Blast 1 was quite firm, maybe too firm. I mean, the Super Blast 2 is the best shoe out of those two. But Nova Blast 4 is a very competitive alternative. Go and have a look at the Brooks Ghost Max 2. That comes out August, by the way. David, personally, I like longer videos. I don't watch TV in general, but sit watching YouTube. Yeah, again, like I said to you, I'm just watching 48 minutes of fishing because I'm a hero. I love watching those fishing videos. Have you heard Saucony will come out with a Run Shield GTX version of the Triumph 22? They did so previous models. Yeah, they changed that as well because the Run Shield ones, the GTX shoes for Saucony change year on, year out. Some years they do certain models, and not all of the models come to the UK. This is the nuts thing. You'll get them in certain other parts of the world, and they'll only send certain versions here. So what we get, I'm not 100% sure. Just realised the time. More one-to-one chats with the 40 crew. Background on offer real advice. Okay, thank you. We'll do that. Can we just have more live shows? Yeah, we can try and do that. I think you should now go out and do a mile trial on that. Honestly, it's like it's just, will I be testing the Adios 9s? If Adidas will send them to me, whether we get them from Start Fitness, we could probably try and do that as well. So if you guys want it, again, we can do that. Just again, like I said to you, homework, let us know. Oh, Alex, yeah, home runs, absolute legend. Honestly, I just love the man. I took my top off today because of him. I thought, you know what? I don't care anymore. It's 27 degrees or whatever it was in London. I'm just going to run without it. Who cares? I'm never going to see these people again, ever. Right, that's it. Right, we made it. End of term, people. Well done. You all passed. We shall be back in a couple of weeks. Just as a reminder, there's no live pod on Friday. We've got a really big announcement coming on the 1st of August, which I think it just shows how far we've come as a club and community. And yeah, so that's awesome. We've got a pod related to that on the on the Friday, this Friday, which I think is super interesting. The story behind it, I'd really recommend you take half hour and listen to that while you're on your holidays. It's a cracking listen. It really is. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, want to say thanks to everybody for listening over the last, few weeks, months. I know a lot of you tune into this, your regulars now, which is so nice. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. I am tired. I am burnt out. I am, like I said on Friday, that bucket that is overfilling now. So I need to take some time off. I will refresh. We will reload. We've got a super busy September, October. Like literally, we've got so much coming. So yeah, so look out for the announcement on the 1st. Once that's out, I'm basically going to slowly but surely switch off. We'll be doing a few bits while I'm on holiday. I've got some bits to do for a couple of brands, but in general, we'll slowly but surely switch off, and then we'll be back middle of August, basically. We'll let you all know, and then both the live streams will be back as well. So have a great summer. Again, make sure you're following at 40_runs on Instagram. I'll still be cocking about on there while I'm on holiday because basically I'll be bored. So I'll still be cocking about on there. So make sure you follow that. We've still got content coming out. The same videos. We'll keep pumping out videos. I'm going to be recording up until the time I fly, because there's some shoes that I still need to get some miles in there. Be able to put. I need to do the on running videos. Example. I need to get some time to put them down on film as well. But yeah, so that's it. Again, just thanks very much. Have a great summer. Behave yourselves. I shall see you all in a couple of weeks. Make sure you run with your tops off. Be a hero like me and home runs. And I shall see you all soon. Have a great summer.